Hi, today I would like to present on encountering materials, and the material is paper. The paper has its own tendencies. Encountering with paper in various ways other than writing or reading, I followed the approach cited by Pasini Kachabok, Kind and Coucher 2016, while exploring whether we consider paper a substance that might move us as we work with it. I used various kinds of paper such as tissue paper, A4 sheets, colored papers, magazines, and newspapers. To encounter paper in the context of the movement, I blow, tear apart, smash, crumble, squeeze, and fold the paper to explore the different meanings it conveys through motions. Every singular piece of paper has a singular situation. By using the sense of listening, I observed the tearing and waving of the paper when I ripped the hard color paper and shook the light weighted newspaper. Moreover, I tried to wrap the newspaper around my head like a hat. Then I started folding the paper to see what would happen next, and then unfolded it, and the paper became wavy. According to EYLF principles, materials arouse curiosity, foster more sophisticated and abstract thought, and promote innovative ways of thinking. Following this idea, I started folding newspaper in a different way. After folding three pieces of newspaper, I thought of engaging it with other non human materials like staples to attach it together, and it came up like a piece of art. Then I moved to explore the interactions of paper with water. First, I dipped the white paper into the water by squashing it in my fist. Then I did the same with the colored paper and the tissue paper, placing them all on a newspaper in wet condition and observing the textures of all the dipped papers after getting wet to see how it felt to me regarding the dry and wet paper. Continuing with this, I involved the paint in the exploration with the paper. For the purpose of this, I dipped wet tissue paper in the paint mixed with water. It gave no color on the wet colored paper as well as on the white paper. However, the tissue paper got dyed with the color. Then I used the paint with the wet tissue paper using tissue paper as a paintbrush. I made some dots and random lines that came up with some pieces of art. This whole process involves pushing ourselves to have varied experiences of these tangible contacts as a part of the experiment. The purpose of these interactions is neither something we discover nor something we seek. To engage more, I thought of aggregating the pieces of art. Then I again moved to the paper that I ripped before to explore something else. And then I attached that colored paper to the stapled art of the newspaper to see if it would come to an amazing art piece. As a fun activity, I blew it. The ripped pieces felt to me like feathers. Ah, so adorable. Look at the final artwork created through all processes of encountering paper in different ways.